Obama's cut all ties with Meghan. Copycat Meghan brutally mocked for trying to be like Obama's. An article from one of Britain's top tabloids recently published out a list of 5 signs that Meghan Markle is thinking of seeking political office. What made this particular report stand out to us was a rather off-putting comparison to former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle. As Meghan Markle and her husband Prince Harry settle more into their new life in the United States, speculation about Markle's possible interest in a political career has continued to spread. Tabloids, both American and British, have long wondered if Markle's interest in social issues means she's considering a political run. When Markle was a working member of the British royal family, these speculations were largely dismissible on principle, but now that she and Harry have stepped back, there's been renewed interest in the idea. The Sun, one of the 4 British tabloids that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex refused to work with, listed 5 signs that some royal experts insisted were evidence of Markle's political aspirations. Some of the listed signs include Markle's past letter to Congress in support of paid parental leave, her statement around the time of George Floyd's death at the hands of a police officer, and her message encouraging Americans to vote in the 2020 presidential election. The final sign was supposedly her approval from Biden, which the misleading header would have you believe came straight from President Joe Biden, but in reality came from his sister, Valerie Biden Owens, who is also the president's former campaign manager and close advisor. During an appearance on Good Morning Britain, Owens was asked if she thought Markle would be a good presidential candidate. She answered, "Yes, perhaps, of course, she will," which is a less than ringing endorsement, let alone some sort of presidential seal of approval. These points are all easily dismissed. Though Queen Elizabeth has made it a point of her rule to not wade into political matters, her heirs, including Prince Charles and Prince William, have walked a fine line. Charles has long championed environmental causes, while William recently ruffled feathers in some royal circles after making comments about the Windrush scandal. Now that they're no longer working members of the royal family, Markle and Harry have more freedom than other members of their family, though they did promise that everything they do will uphold the values of Her Majesty. While some royal experts have taken this phrase to mean that they will follow her lead when it comes to political commentary, that's a very specific reading for such a vague statement. The point that caught our attention, however, was the section titled, "Trying to be like the Obamas." The outlet cited vague accusations against Markle that claimed she and Harry were attempting to be like the former first couple last year when they appeared on the cover of Time magazine. Surely no one other than Barack and Michelle Obama have ever been on the cover of Time magazine, so who else could Harry and Markle be emulating? Comparing the careers of Markle and Barack, there really aren't any similarities to speak of, outside of the fact that both are biracial. Also, the Obamas were involved in politics for years before Barack and Michelle appeared on the cover. The emphasis must have been on the outlet, since the sources it quoted made no mention of the Obamas. Richard Fitzwilliams, the royal commentator the outlet consulted, also had a clear lack of imagination, saying of the cover, "This magazine cover has made it very, very clear what's in the couple's mind, and especially Meghan's mind, and that's politics. It must be." He further insisted, "They're going to become more and more visible. I think that they're looking at politics." Another source told the Mirror, another tabloid the Sussexes refuse to interact with, "There are shades of the Clintons or even Kennedys. It wouldn't be a huge shock now if Meghan went into politics." Have Meghan Markle and Prince Harry become more political since stepping back from the royal family? Well, that depends on what your definition of political means.